Hey guys, welcome to Nuance. I'm Ian, and we are here for the Netflix's version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now there's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of a little more back and forth about how this show is. Speculation and opinions on it. I am cautiously hopeful, we'll say. There's gonna have to be some changes. There's a couple things I read. I know they're not gonna have. Well, in case somebody hasn't read some of the news, there's something that won't be at least brought up in this season due to the fact that these characters actually physically age, as opposed to their animated versions. I'm gonna go in with an open mind though. I will say I feel like nothing will come close to being like the M Night Shyamalan movie. So we have that. I feel like we have a good wiggle room as long as we're like not in between, like not in the middle of the M Night movie and then the series. If we're leaning more towards a series of the quality, I think we're making some progress. So I'm looking forward to seeing them like actually pull off a lot of the choreography of the moves, and like actually like a lot of the big things that everybody had issues with earthbending, because the earthbending was absolutely atrocious in the movie. Again, I have seen the trailer, so I know Boomy is actually involved, and we didn't get Boomy at all in the movie. A huge character that they just decided to cut out. It wasn't like a lot of like how the characters look in this show. I already prefer to how it was in the movies. So, and I'm really excited to see how Ira was pulled off. But yeah, guys. If you're watching this without you haven't watched the original animated series, what are you doing? But if this is like your first venture into it, I hope you enjoyed it. If not, watch the show, watch the animated series. There's some stuff that they probably had to cut out and stuff. It's just a great show. But yeah, we all know what's going on, so we're just gonna hop right back in. We're going to hop into the series. Oh yeah, I know we're getting like kind of a prologue, seeing the first Sozin's comment. So this, I'm actually excited to see this, because we never got to see. Excited and sad because we know what happens.
Stop!
Whoa, Earthbender, who are you, buddy? Are you're not the police? Are they showing like? No, that wouldn't make sense because the Fire Nations are. Oh God, who are you?
Earthbender.
Can you hit? Oh, he's got armor on, so that's good. Oh, this already looks. The earthbending I raised looks 10 times better. Okay.
Come on.
He's gonna have to like earthbend the scroll to him or something. Put up a wall, bud.
Oh no!
Okay, that was cool. See, look, this is how you do earthbending. Ooh, that was like, yeah, I like that. That felt very.
Your battle plans are already on their way to the Earth Kingdom.
Good.
Sozin.
That means all eyes will be on the Earth Kingdom.
Why are you doing this?
You're
Because it is our time.
A masterful
Oh.
ruse, Your Highness.
The next master of all four elements, an airbender, who may not be ready for the responsibility of becoming the Avatar.
Okay, it's cheating, but it's fine. Ooh. There's our boy. Man. Gyatso! That dude looks good.
Now,
I
you and
like
the other
that.
students better go help set up for the Great Comet Festival. There's still a lot of work to be done before the air nomads from the other temples arrive.
How many are coming?
Whoa. Oh man, there were so many Sky Bison.
Aang, you have always been special. The most talented airbender I have ever known.
I never asked to be special.
But you are. Aang, you are the Avatar. The Fire Nation is embarked on a dark path. Their actions threaten to throw the world out of balance.
Why do I have to be different? Can't I just keep pretending I'm your friend?
You are my friend. You will always be my friend.
Oh, this poor kid. God dang, dude. All these past shows have been kids having so much responsibility. Jesus Christ.
I don't want the responsibility. I'm scared of my power. I'm scared of being alone.
That also looks pretty good.
Scared.
Buddy. There were kids here too. Jesus Christ.
Brothers and sisters, we're under attack!
Whoa, that's... Okay. Jeez. Go, random airbender guy. Oh, no.
Come with me, quickly!
This is really cool, but oh my god, I hate this so much. But it's also so awesome. This is what we didn't get to see, and I'm glad that they're including this. See, like how the Airbenders have formidable. They still were. They were peaceful, but they're still trained for a while. But these guys are powered by the comet, I think, in this. Holy cow. Ah. God, it's just, I mean, you know it's brutal in the, like what happened was brutal on the show, but God, this is so much worse to actually see. Jesus Christ. This just gives me like Order 66 vibes of them killing the kids. God, it's... Oh my god, yeah, you're so freaking awesome. I don't want to see this.
You may have prevailed on another night. But not when we have the power of the comet.
I hated that so much. Okay, that was so cool. God.
We've been manning the wall in 3-hour shifts, but it seems some of you can't be trusted to stay at your posts. So from now on, 2 people at all times, meaning twice as many shifts.
Oh.
Good job.
I'm not doing this.
Oh, that would be so terrifying. Jesus. Oh, it could be worse. Well, they're stranded, kind of, but you know.
You okay? Katara?
Oh, Jesus.
Finally.
Sorry. It flopped down like a fish.
Where did he come from?
Hey, look, our boat.
I don't know.
Oh, nice. We're not gonna die.
He's just a kid. We can't just leave him out here.
I don't like this. Why listen to me?
I
I'm
like
just responsible for the safety of the village.
I will say, I need to see a little more of him, but I am liking Sokka better in here than in the movie. It's not a huge stretch. You know, Appa. No, he just left Appa.
He looks dead.
Oh.
What's that mark on his head?
All I'm saying is, it's hard to see you get your hopes up every time you see a sign.
Sokka! Have you seen him?
Yeah. That's not strange at all.
He is an airbender.
Oh. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense.
My sky bison? Sky bison. Sky bison.
Repeating it doesn't help.
Buddy! You found us. That whistle's good. We should hold on to that. Could be important.
And so the
Interesting.
Fire Nation marched and laid waste, plunging us into a time of darkness. Everyone in the village knows this story, but you don't, do you, young man?
You're a waterbender. Barely. I'm trying to get better, but I'm the only waterbender left in the southern tribe. The monks told me bending is about energy and balance. By feeling the energy around you, you can find balance. By finding balance, you can feel the energy.
There we go. Very good progress. That was good.
Guitar?
Let's see this. Ooh. And now he's gonna feel like she
Sokka!
Called him.
Sokka, the Fire Nation! There!
I know.
I am Prince Zuko, firstborn son of Fire Lord Ozai. We have no desire to take your homes. We merely seek someone who does not belong here. Someone who is not one of you. Turn him over now, or I'll burn this place to the ground.
I am Sokka, son of Hakoda, lord of, snow and ice. On behalf of the Water Tribe village of Wolf Cove, I demand that you leave immediately.
If this is the path you've chosen, then so be it.
Let's settle this between us, leader to leader.
Accept.
Good thing he's a teenager. Ooh. Where's the boomerang? Sokka, why don't you have a boomerang? You need a ranged weapon. Spear. Anything.
Leave him alone!
Okay, that's cool. Oh god, kids. Jesus, now is not.
Enough games. Burn the whole place to the ground.
No! I'll go with you. Just leave him alone. I'm the one you're looking for. No one has ever fought for me before.
Got some, but okay.
I think you're the bravest person I've ever met.
Hey.
It won't be easy to catch them.
I know. Hopefully you can find a swift current. Maybe draft off their wake.
Or we could go another way.
You're not serious. Katara, no. There's no way you're getting me on that.
Stop!
Me.
Stop him! Open fire! Now!
Oh god, oh god. How'd you do your fly thingy? Oh!
Hey, kid! Sokka!
Okay. Huh. Oh no.
Let's go.
Jesus.
You're strong, and kind, and generous. Remember that. Always remember who you are.
Oh boy.
I can't imagine a better person to have been given this power. You are my friend. You will always be my friend.
They made the ultimate sacrifice. For me. I need to make sure their deaths weren't in vain. I need to follow through on what they wanted me to do. Complete my training and master all the other bending skills so I can bring balance back to the world.
Oh, is that all?
This was my home. And now it's gone.
I don't know where this will all lead. And I don't know if I have what it takes. But the one thing I do know is I'm the Avatar. And this is just the beginning.
Okay. Now, again, I said this earlier, they, can't hurt me as much as M. Night Shyamalan did. And there was a lot of bits in here that were well done. I'm a little hesitant going forward of the changes that they're going to be making. There's a lot that I know they have to condense, because there were 20 episodes in this season, and seeing as they're doing about an hour or so each, that's kind of like two episodes from the show per this episode. So that would kind of, barring whatever they did some prologue stuff for this, adding a little bit of showcasing a little more what happened. I don't know. It was very. Let's okay. First off, let's talk about the stuff. Let's see. What should we do first? Let's mention at least the one of the things that I did. One of the things I liked. I did like more than just. I liked some of the stuff they did in here. The earthbending looked great, which is again, huge improvement from the movie. I think that there was a lot more give with everything with all the movement that the one character did. I still think he could have put up a wall between him and the firebenders, because at least he could have gotten away and wouldn't have been killed. That was brutal, I will say. That was I mean, it happens, and it's got to happen somewhere in this war in the show. They're not going to show it, but that it happens. I mean, it happened with the air nomads. They wiped them out, so that happened. When one thing that they showed that one guy, and then in the fight with the, I liked that too. I liked the fight that they showed of the firebenders versus the air nomads. I hated it, but I loved it. I mean, it looked really good. I love that they're already seeing the difference in movements in fight in style. Just like the one move when he wasn't earthbending, he was just fighting. The earthbender did that, which is a very earthbender had a very earthbender feel to it. And we've seen earthbenders make that kind of movement when earthbending. And the flowiness and the very monk-like fluid movement of the air nomads. Really loved the way that was done and the way they did the air bending, how it looked. I'm curious about like I'm not I guess he was more so levitating, and when he was coming down, he was more kind of like gliding, using the air currents. But like the whole thing with the air glider is because he needs that usually. Maybe it's more so like the glider is to help him like actually go up. But I don't know. It's interesting. And then he wasn't. I guess he was diving to, like whenever Zuko knocked him out of the air, he was falling and trying to grab for his glider. And I was wondering why he didn't just, fly like he was showing he could do before, or glide or whatever. Maybe he just wanted to get his glider. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get like the big moment with Aang first using his. I know we couldn't do it 2 times in this episode, and I guess they wanted him to use the more emotional beat. But I just feel like this was a little bit. I feel like the one where he first uses it in the second episode of the show, when he falls in the water and then comes out using this like cyclone looking thing in the water from the water. I don't know. I wish that was in there. I feel like that whole scene. I don't know. I don't hate it. I am having some issues with it. Like the bit with Gran doing the intro, I don't necessarily mind that. I don't know. It felt weird. I was kind of worried about them doing moments of just like kind of fan serving. I think it's the right term. I don't know why I'm for some reason having trouble. I don't usually have trouble remembering the term. Fan service stuff. I don't know how to explain it. It just didn't. I don't know. It almost felt like. I mean, she was triggered by what Aang had said, and like finding out. I don't know. I feel like the revelations that they did, the way they did the revelations of like he's an air, like well that one wasn't necessarily as big, but like he's the Avatar. Like I know they're not wanting to do a beat for beat adaptation. They wanted to do some changes, but I don't know. I feel like the reveal of him being the Avatar, I liked it better in the cartoon. This one felt like forced on him, and on a negative connotation, which I understand. But in this one, he didn't run away again. He was trying to get some air, and then he was trying to get back to them, but then the storm got him. I don't know. I kind of don't know how I feel about the change of them having him run away, because while I mean it does, like I don't want him to feel that guilt, but like it had such a impact on his character. I don't know. And then again, another thing with like fan service is Iroh. I'm not sure about him right now. He seems like I'm not sure if they're making him more like where he's still trying to find himself. But I like by the time we meet him, I think he's pretty much like knows who he is, and like he doesn't agree with the way the Fire Nation does things. I mean, I know they kind of were hinting that was kind of the case here, but I don't know. It feels, and then I don't like. I love Iroh and his tea loving goofiness, but the way they're bringing up like the tea thing, I don't know. It might be a small thing. Maybe I'm overthinking it, and maybe I'm just like in the mindset of nitpicking. But the way, I don't know. I didn't mind the bit with him like talking to Zuko about it was whatever, it was fine. But I don't know. It just feels weird that he would bring it up to Aang in the way he did. But I mean, I don't know. Iroh's also a very hospitable person. Will offer tea to anybody. But they like very specifically like mentioned JT, which yes is his favorite. But it's just like I don't know. I don't know. For some reason that kind of rubbed me a little weird. Like him, the 2 times that he's brought it up, it's like they're like this is a huge thing. When we didn't really in the movie how it wasn't really mentioned how much he likes tea or whatever, and we know tea's his thing, so we're putting it here. It is. It kind of felt like that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just over analyzing or being too critical. Like I know they're kind of making they had like a little bit of attempts for goofiness for him. I'm not really feeling that yet. But we'll see for later on where it comes or how it progresses. And they were doing a lot of like of early info dump, like with the Avatar cycle. Granted, I think at this point in the when we've come to back to the Southern Air Temple, we learned that like Katara kind of like mentions the the rebirth. But with Gyatso, I don't know. I didn't mind that. I like that because we have to get the information out, and I also like for the intro it was kind of like I'm assuming that was supposed to be Kyoshi, and that was the first one they show, and like when they were going through the thing, and then we kind of saw a bit of Roku. Kind of like how they were explaining like the whole reincarnation of the Avatar. I'm interesting. I could be wrong on it, but it seemed like whenever they were showing like the kind of intro for the show, that they were using like CG models for the characters that do like the water, earth, air, and fire and all that stuff. It seemed sort of like maybe like the movement seemed very unnatural, a little natural. I wouldn't say very. I don't know. It just something. It just seemed like it was a CGI model for people. I don't know why, because I feel like they could. I mean, apart from like the bending parts, I feel like they could have used people that can do those moves. But I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I know. It makes sense. Like we in the cartoon we do see that there are kids at the temple, but it's just like I don't know why. It is so much worse seeing the actual attack of just like especially when Ozai is just like no survivors, and then there are kids there, and it's really tough to think about. Just like all these kids died because of the firebenders, like they burned them. And again, if I mentioned this during the video, in the episode, that it gave me very like Order 66 vibes of like Anakin killing the kids. Very different, a little bit different here, because it was like Fire Lord, and his whole army. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like it just had that feel of like these poor kids were like basically put in one spot, and then insinuated that they're massacred. It's just really tough and just it's hard to think about. And it was really like again when there was one of the air nomads, they were doing like this twister thing, and then I think it was Ozai or maybe just another firebender just roasted her, and God, her scream. A little bit more of a serious tone. Again, a little bit iffy on Sokka. His humor he's working on it. But again, still better than the movie. He's not stiff. And his delivery is better. We'll see where it'll probably get better, but right now it's a bit we're iffy on it. We'll see where it goes from here. Yeah, and also speaking of like, I hated seeing like again we saw his bones before Gyatso, so we know what happened. But like seeing it and hearing him cry out, like I hated seeing that. We didn't get a whole lot of Gyatso. I mean, to be fair, we didn't get a whole lot of Gyatso in the show. I liked what we saw of him though, and a little bit of their relationship. I think they did as good a job as they could with the short time they had in portraying their relationship. And I like the line that I'll always be your friend, because I mean, yeah, we know. I mean, for those that know, I'm assuming anybody watching this has seen the original show, and so it's kind of cool hearing that knowing that he was friends with Roku, Aang's previous life. So that's kind of cool. I would say I really am liking what they're doing with what they've done with the wardrobe. I feel like they're doing a great job with that. I like the Water Tribe's attire. Very accurate, and it just looks good. I like seeing that Katara is making progress. I don't feel like she should have been able to make the jump just yet into making like this massive, not necessarily, I guess not tidal wave because it didn't like go over, but like this massive spout of water because the fire they were already high. Maybe if they were like a little closer to the water, it would have made a little bit more sense. And I know Aang was kind of like giving her tips on it, but like it, it's different. Each bending element is, it's a different feel. While it's a little bit easier for to get that kind of connection with air and water than like if you were if someone was trying to teach him earthbending, like seeing her get better at it, like that the water ball, like the sphere of water, I think that's a good step. Seeing her progress with a little bit of help of like kind of getting tips from somebody who's experienced with bending in general. But I don't know. The wave thing was strange. And it didn't feel, and they didn't, even if they were gonna do that, I feel like they didn't really focus on it right either. Like if they have to do that, I feel like they should have done something more with the moment. I guess I don't know. It's like they kind of shrugged it off after that. Like they were all like surprised and like she was excited and looking at her son like kind of in shock of what she did, but then it just kind of that was it. I don't know. I'm a little iffy on that. I don't know. I would have preferred it again if Aang was able to do the Avatar thing because that's not him necessarily. I mean it is, but it's like from he's getting energy from all of the past avatars, and that's why he's able to do what he does. He wouldn't have been at the stage he's right now. He wouldn't have been able to do what he would do that without going to the Avatar state. So like that's a reason why he can do that. I just feel like it's a little too soon for Katara to be able to do that, and so I don't know. I think it was probably noticeable that I guess it didn't gel with, I don't know. It's hard. I don't want to like dunk on that. Like, I'm having a hard time with this scene apparently, and it's just like I wish if they were going to do that they were going to put a little more focus on it. I don't know. It just felt so sudden. Like if they were showing her practicing more and building up to that, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure that I will, as we're going, I'll probably enjoy it more. I just hope we get a little more of like her training and getting. I don't know, the fact that she was able to do that large wave so soon. I don't know what that means for her like growth in her bending. Let's see. And Zuko apparently has like the statues that glow if Aang uses the Avatar state. He probably didn't know because there hadn't been an Avatar around to go into the Avatar state, so they wouldn't light up. So he probably had no idea that they would do that. But it was just like collecting and like researching. Like he's got notes, which I like that. Like I do like that element where it's like he's not just searching, like looking around for the Avatar. Like I mean, while that was a lot too, because he was traveling around the world trying to find clues, hints, all these anything that could lead him towards the Avatar. But like even he's hardcore like researching. He's collected relics, statues that have anything to do with the Avatar. He's got notes. He's apparently looks like he's drawn them himself. Like I showed him like drawing Aang. But he had a drawing of Kyoshi, of what's her name, Avatar, Yang Chen. And Aang has that now, so he'll have some information on them. Which I feel like he probably would be able to find them other places, but who knows. But yeah, I kind of like that they're showing that he's really delving into research. Really, he's committed to finding the Avatar. Like they're showing how much he's of his time, like because he needs this or else he can't go back home. but I like how much effort they're showing and put into it. I will say that again with him going into the Avatar state, that's kind of something I'm not really sure how I feel about. Is one Grand kind of telling them like, I mean he'd heard about it already, like when they were in the show, they're heading towards the south, the Southern Air Temple, and they're kind of telling like, just be ready. He's like, nah, they couldn't. There's no way they could. There's no way that they could have gotten there. They can't. Nobody can get to the air temples. So like he's still kind of like in denial of being the last one, being the last Airbender. And then I'm pretty sure anybody watching this has already watched the show. I'm just like the kind of build up of him finding out, like truly finding out that he's the last Airbender, and then stumbling on to like he's still kind of having fun, going through like his memories, playing like the game, like I don't remember what it's called, but the game where Airbenders are standing on poles and trying to score a point through the weird the thing that Sokka had no chance of guarding, doing things like that and hiding evidence of like the Fire Nation's helmet. I don't know. I just felt, and then, again, like when we remove the moment of him going to the Avatar state in the water and stopping Zuko and them, and then going into this one, it felt so rushed, and I don't know. It looked cool, and I liked that it wasn't necessarily Katara. I mean, mainly because like again, it feels like they have had even less time with Aang than in the show. It is a little. I mean, I kind of let it, I've let it go in the show, and like whenever Aang, Katara, are able to talk, Katara and Sokka are able to like talk Aang down, out of the Avatar state, telling them that they're his family now. And they don't know him all that well at that point. But I feel like if it was done like that here, it would have felt even more of a struggle of a reach, because they had even less time. It felt like, and I don't know, they haven't. I don't know. I like that it was more so his connection with Gyatso that brought him out of that. But again. I know if I've talked about like issues I've had with it. Again, I do feel like there were some improvements to what we've seen in the movie. I didn't hate it. It didn't give me. I wasn't like, in agony while watching it. That's not really a great thing to be saying. I don't know. I feel like it's too soon to really judge it so far. I am curious to see where it goes from here. I'm probably gonna redo the. I'm not gonna be recording the next one right now. I'm probably gonna do it tomorrow. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna be releasing these just yet. Probably, hopefully more than once a week, at least for this. But yeah, I do feel like it's too soon to really judge it on what we have so far. I want to be open minded as to how the show's gonna do. As its own, again, there are some moments where I felt like we're a bit rushed. Some scenes I would have preferred they had kept. I think would have had more of an impact. And I know I am still a little unsure of the whole flying thing or what that is, but maybe we'll kind of get more into that as we go along. But guys, that's it for the first episode of the new Avatar: The Last Airbender series. It's new. It's the adaptation. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to stick around for more, and whenever those go out, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You'll be alerted, as I periodically put these up. Hopefully, not too far apart. But yeah, again, hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you in the next one.